How complicated is life? Challenging, difficult, overwhelming, problems. Maybe that's not your life. Maybe there's just some things you're trying to figure out and you're like, what the crap do I do? Well, welcome to life. But I've got some encouragement for you today, my friend, because it turns out that there's actually a couple of simple things that we can do that make things a whole lot easier. Want to know what those are? Well, come on, my friend. Let's dig into the soil of this together. Welcome to you. I am D. Grant Smith, the growth farmer for personal development through the lens of spirituality and storytelling. And I've got some really good news to share with you today, and I'll be very brief in honor of your time. I've been thinking about what actually makes life transformation happen, both from my own personal experience and from the people that I study from and learn from on a consistent daily basis. And it turns out just about everybody is teaching the same thing. We get into our own heads about why and how and when, and that's what makes things complicated. So, one of the simple things we can do to just alleviate so much unnecessary drama and stress and overwhelm and pain is to get out of our heads. I know that seems kind of silly, but really, overthinking up here leads to all kinds of stuff. And especially if what we're overthinking about is causing us stress, then that's going to get mirrored and reflected back to us in our experiences. So, one simple way of alleviating that pain is to get out of our heads from overthinking. And this is one of the best things about meditation. Maybe you have a regular meditative practice. If you don't, I highly encourage you to give it a try. Here's a simple meditation. You don't even have to close your eyes. But if you will sit here for just a moment and breathe in and breathe out and put all of your focus just on breathing in and breathing out, you're not thinking about anything, are you? You're thinking about breathing. And what is breath? Breath is life. So your focus and your energy is going towards life. And life is awesome. And when we put our focus on something, it magnifies, it grows, it expands. So focusing on life expands our life. And when we can also spend time just breathing and saying two words, transformational words that are simple, and also help cultivate something within us that produces amazing transformation and change. You ready for this? It's only two words. Thank you. Now, who are you thanking? You're thanking God, yes, but where is God? Inside of you, not outside of you, inside of you. So, since you're thanking what's inside of you, you're also thanking yourself. And practicing gratitude for everything that's going on in your life, even the challenges and difficulties, as strange as that may sound, because guess what challenges and difficulties show you? They show you what you're capable of going through. They show you how strong and powerful you really are. And they also reveal the stuff that's going on in here that you might not have been aware of. This is when we practice awareness and being the observer. This is something I'm really growing a lot in. Because I used to hear a bunch of, and I say hear, I used to think a bunch of negative, debilitating thoughts, and they were pervasive and would keep coming and coming and coming. And I would attach onto them and think that that's the way that it was. And it was the way that it was because I attached onto it. But when I separated and detached and became the observer, became more aware of, oh, so this is something in my self concept that needs to be worked on. Self concept is your belief system about everything you, other people, God, life. Becoming aware of self concept helps me to see, oh, okay, so there's a belief I have deep down inside of me that I can't see that says that I can't do this, I can't have that, this never works out, these people always are going to say no, whatever the case may be. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know the hidden things in my psyche, in my subconscious, so I can address that. Now, addressing it is also simple. It's the power of repetition. I used to wonder why all these big teachers would talk about how you needed to repeat the same things over and over again, how that was going to make a change. Why can't I just do it one time and that work? I used to ask that question a lot. Have you asked that question? That used to be my pervasive question. Why can't I just do it once and it work out? I don't know. Maybe sometimes we can. Maybe it's just about having the right assumption. If you're a Neville Goddard fan and you know the law of assumption is about choosing to live from the place where you want to be. Whether that is living from a place of, I choose to be confident no matter what. I choose to be kind no matter what, because kindness is who I am. I choose to be love no matter what, because love is who I am. And as I choose to be love, I recognize that love is kind, love is confident, love is patient, love is true. So I'm going to live from this place. Now, what do I do to actually do this? I remind myself, I am love. Call it an affirmation if you want to, but repeating this reminder over and over and over again helps to solidify it in who we are, helps us to remind ourselves who we are. We set reminders for things all the time. Don't you set a reminder for when you're supposed to go do something every time you're supposed to go do it? I've got reminders in my phone to go do things that I don't need the reminder to go do it. I just know it's going to happen, but the reminder thing pops up anyways. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I got to go do that, even though I was going to go do it anyways. But the reminder is there to do just that. It's a reminder, and it repeats itself over and over and over again. We can do that with ourselves too. Remind yourself who you are. If you want to look at it as repeating affirmations, fine. But it's the same thing as meditation. You're breathing in something into your consciousness and reminding yourself that that's who you really are, not the pervasive negative thoughts that keep popping up over and over again. No, observe that stuff. Wave at it. Hi, old me. That's who I used to be. I don't think that way anymore. This is who I am now. It's simple. It's simple ways to make massive, positive, powerful, transformational change. Because what you're doing is you're watering the seeds of life and the seeds of love that live inside your inner garden. And you're doing it in here, in your heart space, the most powerful space in your body. And you're doing it in here. It governs the way that you operate. And the more that we repeat these things over and over and over again, the more it just becomes natural that this is how we do it without having to think about it. It's simple, it's beautiful, and it's wonderful. Are you on board? Are you on board planting this repeatedly? Goodness, peace, patience, kindness, goodness in your heart space and in your mind garden? If so, drop down in the comments and let me know. D. Grant, I'm on board. I'm going to do simple things consistently, repeatedly. Why? Because I love myself. You love yourself. Put yourself first, because you're the one person you can't live without. Want more from me? Get it at growthfarming.com. I've got some badass, awesome stories I'd love to share with you, along with some awesome teachings and trainings and all kinds of cool stuff. And I invite you to join into the community. Membership options are available there. Check it out. I believe in you. I love you, and I'll see you again very soon.